Hi guys, I'm back with another haul for you this year for my first haul for the year of 2016, and this is going to be a MAC haul. So I went to MAC in the month of January twice, and I picked up some things that I have always wanted to pick up. And so we're gonna get started with this haul, okay? So the first thing that I picked up was their MAC Pro Paint Pots. Pro Longwear paint pot for your eyes, like an eyeshadow base, and I picked up the one in Painterly because this is the one that's talked about the most on here on YouTube, and I picked this one up because that's the one I know of that everyone uses the most, and I have been using it, and so far I really do like it. I did use it today in order to get this eye look, in order to get the eyeshadows to stand out as much as I did today, and I really do like it so far. So that was the first one that I picked up, was the MAC Paint Pot. The next thing that I picked up was the MAC Fix Plus. I picked this up because I have very dry skin, and I had picked up the small one of which I had there, and I really do like it. It is not done yet, but I picked up this big one because it hydrates my skin so much. Like, I put this on before I put on my foundation and after I put on my foundation in order to give it that dewy look, because I don't like foundations when they have that matte look. So I put this on underneath in order to moisturize my skin, and as well with my moisturizer I put this and my moisturizer on, and then I put this on top in order to give it that dewy look when I'm finished with my face makeup, and I'm very happy with that purchase. And the next thing that I picked up was the lipstick in Velvet Teddy. I have heard so much about this lipstick on YouTube, and it's compared to Kylie Jenner, the lipstick that she wears. So I picked it up and I actually like it. I'm going to swatch it for you guys so that you guys can see the color a little bit. So there is Velvet Teddy right there for you. And so far so good. I've only worn it once, but I actually do like it. And the next lipstick that I picked up was AMOROUS, and it's like a satin finish. I'm gonna swatch it and for you to see. This is like, it looks like that, and it has a very satin finish on it. There you go. That's what AMOROUS looks like when it's swatched. And it's not a long-lasting, long-wearing lipstick. You do have to reapply it when it wears, because it's not matte and it doesn't set. Velvet Teddy does set a little bit, but not for very long. You do have to reapply that. And then I went to MAC, and I also got I believe I got two blushes when I went to MAC. I got Frankly Scarlet, which looks like this, and when you swatch it, it looks like that. That is Frankly Scarlet right there. And then I also got Stubborn, and Stubborn looks like that. And then I also got Fever A65, which looks like that. Let me swatch it so you guys can see it. That's Fever A65 right there. And then this is Film Noir. Now, Film Noir is a bit dark for me as a blush, but I plan to use it as a contour, like just to contour out my cheekbones and the perimeter of my face. But let me swatch it so you guys can see. Like, do you see how dark that is on my skin tone already? And that's just a swatch. So yeah, I plan to actually just use this as a contour blush. Then I also went back a second time, like within like 2 weeks, because I had an accident that happened with one of my blushes, and I thought I could get it back, but I couldn't. And the blush was a little lusty. Um, but I found out that it was only limited edition, so unfortunately I wasn't able to get it back. So I wasn't able to replace it, which broke my heart a little bit because I did love that blush. But that's okay. Hopefully they bring it back later on and I can get it again. But I did end up getting a couple of things. I got the MAC Ariana Grande lipstick, the Viva Glam. This is my very first Viva Glam lipstick from MAC. And I actually really truly do like it. This is what Viva Glam looks like. Aria from Ariana Grande. It is a very, very bold purple with reddish undertone kind of color, and it does go with the color hair that I am wearing at the moment. So I definitely love that. And then I also picked up MAC Prep and Prime color correcting um, pressed powder. I wanted to pick up the loose powder, but they were all sold out of the loose powder. But I picked up the pressed one, and it works just as well because it is just as powdery. Like, it kicks up a lot of powder. Like, it kicks up a lot. I used it for the first time in my under eye today. That's why it looks so bright. And I actually really do like it because it really does brighten up my under eye. Even if I look really tired, it will brighten it up and make it look like I am wide awake. And this was the last one that they had. So I got it because it was the last one. Like, I wouldn't be able to go back in 2 weeks and get it unless they had more shipments. But I don't think that's how that works. And I also picked up the lip liner in Chestnuts. I picked up this lip liner because of the Glam twins here on YouTube. I watch them a lot. This happens to be their favorite lip liner, and because they talk about it they use it almost in every tutorial that they do. I'm like, I need to get it to try it to see exactly what Velvet Teddy is all about. And I really truly do like what Velvet Teddy looks like. That's Velvet Teddy right there. And it is very soft, and I really truly do like Velvet Teddy. And the last things that I picked up from MAC were some brushes. These are my very first MAC brushes. The very first full brushes that I ever picked up. I did pick up their Christmas collection that they had last year for 2015 Christmas, but it's so old that I don't even bother wanting to show it now because you guys have probably already seen them already. But the brushes that I picked up from MAC, which are my very first actual useful MAC brushes, is the MAC 116, which is a blush brush, and I did use it today to apply my blush and my bronzer, and it does an amazing job. I just apply it on the side right here and rub it in, and it applies the blush and bronzer amazing. And I also picked up the MAC 217, the crease brush, because this is another brush that is highly talked about here on YouTube. And I picked it up because for that reason, like, it gets in your creases like it's nobody's business. Like, it really highlights the crease. and I really really like that. I did use it today, but I cleaned it just for the sake of showing it to you in this video. So I definitely, this is another pickup. And the last and final thing that I got from MAC is the MAC 132 brush, and this I used in with along with the corrector. With this, the corrector, I used it to set the powder underneath my eye, and it is perfectly shaped for underneath the eye. You can go underneath here and get right up into that crease right there. That is set, that fine line, that crease, and just pat the product right on, and it sets your concealer no problem. And you can also use this with the color corrector, even when you are not wearing any primer, any, like, no makeup at all. Once you use the color corrector, once you use the color corrector, it completely brightens it up underneath there. Like, you look more awake with the color corrector than you did before you put the color corrector on. And when the lady at MAC did it, and her name is Janet. Thank you so much, Janet. You did an amazing job. When she did it and she showed me how to use it along with the brush, it was superb. And I was not wearing any foundation that day. I was not wearing any makeup. She put it under both my eyes, and I was very tired that day. Like, I was so tired. The brush just fell. I was so tired that day, but as soon as she put it underneath my eye with that brush, I was sold, because I looked more awake than what I actually felt. I didn't feel very awake, but I looked very, very awake. And I did use the color corrector under my eye today, and I did use it with the brush as well. But that is it. Actually, no, there's one more thing. I did get a blush palette from MAC. This is the last item that I got from MAC. One of my blushes from my last haul is in there, so don't mind that. I did get this palette, and it is the double-sided palette. So you get two palettes in one. So this is one palette up here, and this is the next one. They did not have another insert. Like, this was the last blush insert that they also had when I went that day. And I got this insert so that I could safely store my blushes, so that I would not ruin them the way that I ruined a Little Lusty when I was trying to pry it open, and I was not too happy with myself for doing that. But that will not happen again, as soon as I have this blush now, this blush palette, that would help me to keep my blushes intact. So that is it for my MAC haul. I want to say thank you so much for watching, and I will be back soon with another video. Bye!